Hi all, I am Dr. Sneha Deshpande, working as a senior consultant at Mom Story by Sahyadri Hospitals. So, today let's discuss about intermenstrual bleeding. So, it is bleeding in between periods. So, on an average, female have period cycle of 22 to 35 days, but sometimes bleeding can happen in between two periods. It is called as intermenstrual bleeding. So it can be physiological, that means it can be variation of normal, or sometimes it can be associated with some pathologies. So let's discuss today about causes for intermenstrual bleeding. So what are the physiological, or when we can consider it as to be normal? So if period happens in between two cycles, mid cycle bleeding, which is corresponding to ovulation bleeding, can be normal. Sometimes implantation bleeding, like during first 3 months of pregnancy till the time uterine cavity is completely occluded, female may get bleeding. At the extremes of age, like at the onset of puberty and at the menopause, periods can be irregular and then intermenstrual bleeding can happen. These are some normal or physiological changes, but sometimes it can be worrisome. So which are the causes where we should be worried about intermenstrual bleeding? So first and most important is hormonal causes. So estrogen and progesterone are the hormones produced by ovary and which is responsible for the smooth ovarian function and smooth periods, which can happen between 22 to 35 days. Any abnormality or imbalance in estrogen and progesterone or their boss, that means which is situated in brain, hypothalamus and pituitary, if there is abnormality in hormones, then it can give rise to irregularity of periods. And how will you assess that? Gynec may ask you to go ahead with some hormonal tests like FSH, LH, sometimes estrogen progesterone levels, sometimes AMH values, sometimes thyroid problems like hyper or hypothyroidism can give rise to irregularity. There is one hormone, prolactin, which is secreted by pituitary gland. So abnormality of pituitary hormones, prolactin, can give rise to irregular period. These are common hormonal causes. Some infections may be in vagina, vulva or cervix, may lead to bleeding, or it is associated with foul smelly discharge or pelvic pain. So it is one of the cause. There are some other causes, like if you are taking external hormones in the form of contraceptive pills or progesterone only pills, they will give rise to bleeding in between periods. If you are taking contraceptive pills for longer duration, breakthrough bleeding is quite common. Sometimes if I pill consumption will lead to bleeding in between periods. Hormonal devices or copper T which is placed inside uterus can give rise to this kind of abnormal bleeding. Some pathologies, some masses like cervical or endometrial polyps will give rise to bleeding in between periods. Some worrisome conditions like cancer of cervix, endometrium also presents the same way. So when you go to gynecologist, what she or he will suggest you? So thorough history taking is important. We want to know about your period pattern, how frequently you get bleeding, is it associated with any act like postcoital bleeding, is it associated with some other symptoms. We take thorough history, and along with that examination is important. So how we do examination? Usually with two fingers, bimanual examination and per speculum examination. Speculum is small blunt tubular instrument which we insert inside vagina and examine whether there is abnormal growth or any erosion or ulcer on cervix. And at the same time we may advise you to go ahead with pap smear. If we feel there is infection, we may advise you to go ahead with some culture sensitivity testing. So these are common tests which we suggest when we examine you. we can take help of some hormonal assay which we discussed already, like how is thyroid value, how is prolactin value, then FSH, LH, AMH, these are the hormones which govern your period pattern. We ask for those values. If we suspect it as the complication of pregnancy, we may ask you to go ahead with a beta HCG testing. So these are commonly done investigations when patient come with intermenstrual bleeding. So what are treatment modalities? As per the condition, if it is hormonal cause, we need to fix that. If it is associated with the pregnancy complications, like if it is early miscarriage or ectopic pregnancy, we need to tackle it accordingly. And if it is just physiological change, then we need to counsel you accordingly and keep eye on your symptoms. So if you have any questions or further doubts on this topic, feel free to come to Mom Story. Thank you.